exercise video class for you. What we're going to do today is a little bit of strength, and essentially what we're going to use is a dumbbell. So this is a very light dumbbell. We're going to do a few different strength movements with this. We're also going to do some strength movements with our body weight and in the chair as well. So if you don't have a dumbbell, you can also grab like a can of soup. You can grab a water bottle. You can fill it with water, you can fill it with sand. If you don't have anything like that, basically just grab anything that you have around your house that has a little bit of weight to it, and it'll work pretty well. So we're going to use that in just a second. You can put it down to the side. And remember, like always, you need to have a nice steady chair to allow us to move around and be stable and safe while we're doing this. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And go ahead and we're going to do some hind knees to start off class today. So we're trying to get that knee up as high as we can to the ground. And then remember, we're slowly bringing it back to the ground, nice and controlled. So all the way up and all the way down, just alternating those feet back and forth, getting some good movement and blood flow through those hips, as well as those leg muscles, nice and controlled. Good. So as we do this, we're going to add a slight variation to this, and that is going to be a twisting punch across our body, okay? So it's kind of the same aspect, except we're going all the way across our body, and we're getting some good twisting and rotation through our core, okay? So that's really important. The more we can twist and punch, the better we're doing, but we're still remembering to bring up that knee up high, nice and high, and then slowly bring it down. Another thing to remember is trying to straighten that arm as much as we can, and we'll relax. Good, nice little warm up there. The next thing we're gonna do is our tick-tock. So we're gonna have our arms to the side of our chair, and we're gonna slowly reach down, back and forth to the side, okay? So when we're doing this one, we wanna make sure we're just bending through the side of our core. And again, as most of these movements, if you can't get all the way down or do the full range of motion, just give it your best shot and see how far you can get. We wanna see if we can get all the way down there, but again, don't push it too far. If there is any pain or if you don't feel like you can do it. If you do want a little bit of extra challenge, feel free to ball your hands up into fists, and that'll make the range of motion a little bit longer, a little bit more difficult to get there. Good. And rest. Perfect. Very nice, everyone. Next, we're going to move into our shoulder rolls. So go ahead and pick either direction for yourself. And we're going to make some nice big circles all the way around with our shoulders here. Trying to get as big of circles as we can. Getting some nice fluid motion all the way around with our shoulders. Good. And let's make them as nice and slow now. Nice and slow, and a little bit faster, still with those shoulder circles, and rest. Good. We'll let those shoulders rest for a little bit. The next warm up we're going to do is our narrow feet, wide feet. So we're going to start with both feet together, and we're going to try to bring them out as far as we can and in. Good. Out and in. When we're doing this one, remember we're trying to bring those feet out as far as possible and all the way back in. Another important thing to remember when we're doing this one is to not lean back in your chair. We want to be sitting up nice and tall, both directions, okay? So all the way out and in, out, in, perfect, nice and controlled. Good. And rest. Perfect. Very nice, everyone. The last little warm-up we're going to move into is our leg extensions here. So this one's pretty simple. All you're going to do is kick one leg straight out, slowly bring it back down, kick the other leg out and down. Good. Out and down, out and down. And for this one, we're just alternating back and forth, nice and controlled. And we're trying to, remember, control that leg motion coming down. We don't want to just drop it super quickly. You're letting your muscle do the most work you can if you slowly lower it both directions. So up, down, Good. And this again is getting a little bit of blood flow through those knees and our knee joints if we have any pain there. So help get those things firing. And rest. Perfect. Very nice, everyone. What we're going to move into next is a few things with our dumbbell, okay? So we're going to grab that single dumbbell, and we're actually going to do our TikTok variation, but we're going to have one side weighted this time, okay? So start with either side, it doesn't matter. And you're going to slowly reach down towards that side. See how low you can get that weight, and then sit all the way back up. Good. Down and up. Remember, when you're doing this exercise, you want to make sure you're bending through the side of your core and not bending forward at all. So we just want to bend through that side. It's very easy to kind of cheat it and actually go forward. So really focus on just bringing it to the side and back. Good. Up, down, up, and down. Perfect. Go ahead and switch to that other side, and we're rinsing and repeating. Same movement here. Just bending through the side of our core, nice and controlled. Down, up, good. Really challenge yourself here. Don't let yourself cheat it. Make sure you're giving it your best shot to go all the way down and back. Good. Both directions. Down, back. Perfect. Down and back. Good. We'll do one more on that side. And back. Perfect. Excellent. Okay, what we're going to move into next is a single arm incline press. So what you're going to do is sit towards the edge of that chair for me. And then what you're going to do is slowly lean back in that chair so your body creates kind of a little incline where you're leaning back in the chair, okay? Next, what you're going to do is bring one dumbbell up to your shoulder, and you're going to slowly press up overhead and nice and controlled back, all the way up and all the way down. The main thing you want to make sure you're trying to do when you do this exercise is straighten that arm all the way at the top, and also make sure that dumbbell is stacked as close over your head as possible. So we don't want it going out here. We want it nice and straight in line with our wrists and with our entire arm as we straighten that arm all the way up and all the way down. Good. Let's go ahead and we'll switch to that other side. We're going to do the same thing. Again, focusing on trying to get that arm nice and straight at the top and down. Good. Straight arm, trying to keep it nice and stacked in line. Up, down, up, and down. Good. Let's do one more here. And rest. Good. Go ahead and sit up in your chair nice and tall. For our next exercise, we're going to work our core a little bit, and you're going to want to make sure you're still sitting towards the front edge of that chair, okay? Next, what we're going to do is lean back once again, just like the last exercise, except this time we're actually not going to touch the back of the chair, okay? So we're going to lean back nice and controlled. We're going to bring that dumbbell up to our chest, and we're going to do our Russian twist, okay? So I'm leaning back in the chair, and I'm holding my position. You should feel some nice core work. The further you lean back in that chair without actually touching it, the more work your core will get, okay? So I'm not actually touching the back of the chair in this position. That's the main key, okay? So back and forth. Good. And rest. Excellent. Sit up nice and tall for me. We're going to go ahead and move into some standing exercises now. So we'll go ahead and move to standing. The first exercise that we are going to do is our sit to stand hover. So I'm going to grab this dumbbell in a goblet squat hold. So I'm holding it just like so. Find a position that's comfortable. You might hold it like this. I hold it like this normally. And what we're going to do is slowly lean down like we're going to sit in a chair, but we're actually going to hold about ½ an inch above that chair, okay? And we're going to try to work our balance a little bit, work those leg muscles, try to sit up nice and tall, not let our body sag down so much, and we're letting our legs do the work here. We got 10 more seconds. Keep breathing. Keep that good balance for me. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent job, everyone. Very nice. Okay, next exercise we're gonna do is a bent over row. So I'm gonna kind of use this chair as support and stability for myself. I'm gonna have my back angle be at about a 45-degree, and then with one of those arms, you're simply letting that dumbbell come straight down, so my arm's nice and straight. And then we're pulling that dumbbell up as high as we can towards our rib cage, trying to pinch that shoulder blade as we come back. So we're going down and up, back. Good, nice and controlled, both directions. All the way back, all the way. If you want an extra challenge, you can take your hand away and do this freestanding. That does take a little bit more balance though, so if you are struggling with balance, maybe just keep that hand there. There's no shame in that. And relax, perfect. I'll switch to the other side here so you can keep the perspective of me. Again, same checkpoints, knees slightly bent, torso at about 45-degree angle, and then you're pulling that dumbbell straight back towards your body, towards that rib cage, all the way back down, nice and controlled. Up, down, up, and down. Good. The name of the game with this one though, remember, I'm not just letting that dumbbell drop super quickly. We're trying to control it the entire time, all the way down and all the way back. Good. Down, back, down, and back. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna put that dumbbell down right there. And the next exercise we're gonna do is our calf raise. So this one is gonna involve our ankles, and you're gonna hold on to the chair if you do need it. This one's a little trickier on your balance. And then what we're trying to do is come up on our tippy toes as high as we can, and then slowly back down. Up and down. Good, we're controlling that movement all the way back and forth. Up, down, up, and down. Perfect. It's really important here when we're doing this one to really go slow when we're coming down. That'll really allow those calf muscles to work and be their strongest. And rest. Perfect. Okie dokie. So what we are going to finish with when it comes to our exercise here, at least for the weight exercise, is a single leg RDO, okay? So I'm gonna move this to the side. This one, again, is a little trickier on your balance, so feel free to hold on to something if you need to. But what we're gonna do is have one leg slightly bent in front of the other. So my right leg is slightly bent, and then my right arm is holding the dumbbell, okay? Next, what I'm gonna do is allow that left leg to come all the way back as I let that dumbbell come down, and then we're gonna stand up nice and tall using that right butt cheek to get us in position, okay? So down nice and slow, and up, good. I'm trying to keep my back nice and straight when we're doing this. You can hold on to something if you need to. If you do want the extra balance challenge, you can try to hold on without. But however, if this is too difficult for your balance, feel free to hold on to something. And relax, good. Let's go ahead and we will switch to the other side here real quick. Same thing. Now it's my left hand and my left leg. And we're letting that dumbbell ride down our leg nice and slow, and then squeezing that butt cheek as we stand up nice and tall in that position, okay? All the way down, trying to keep equal balance through that foot, nice and controlled with those movements. Way down, back, good, down, and back. Good, let's do one more. And back. Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and move back to our seated position. We're all finished with the dumbbell today. We'll put that guy to the side. And then what we're gonna finish off with is a couple different holds of our body, okay? So I really like these. You're basically using your own force and strength to make it challenging and work your muscles, okay? So what we're gonna do first is start by bringing our hands under our leg. And what I want you to try to do is to push down into your hands as hard as you can with your leg, but at the same time, pull up with your hands, okay? So you're gonna be pushing down with your legs, pulling up with your arms, and we're gonna try to hold this for about 10 seconds, okay? Whenever you're ready, start to go. So push, 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 push. I'm trying to bring that leg down into the ground, and I'm pulling my hands up into my leg, push, 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 and rest. Perfect. Let's go ahead and we'll switch to that other side. Doing the same thing whenever you're ready, set and go. So I am pulling up with my arms as hard as I can, and I'm pushing down with my legs. Push that leg down, and rest. Good. Remember, for these ones, the harder you push, the more you'll get out of it. Okay, the next one, we're gonna flip the movement. So I'm gonna have my hand on top now, and I'm gonna be pushing down into my leg as hard as I can, okay? So it's the same concept. Ready, set, and begin. Push, push, push. I'm pushing into my leg, and I'm not letting that leg move. So I'm pulling the leg up, and I'm pushing down, and relax. Perfect. Switch to that other side for me. Once again, that leg is coming up, my hands are pushing down. Ready, set, and go. Push, 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 push. Keep driving, keep driving, keep driving. And rest. Beautiful, everyone. Go ahead and grab a quick breather. I know these are a little bit challenging. Offer some good work for us. Got 2 more movements. This next one, we're gonna have our hands on the outside of our legs like so, and I'm gonna be pushing in with my hands as hard as I can, and with my legs, I'm gonna try to resist it, okay? So get your hands in position, and we'll ready, set, go. Push, 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 push. Keep driving those hands in, drive, 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 and rest. Very nice. Okay, last one for this one is gonna be bringing those hands on the inside part of our leg, and we're gonna be pushing out actively as hard as we can onto those legs. Ready, set, and go. Push, 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 push. Keep driving those legs. Go, 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 go. And rest. Whew. Good work, everyone. All right, so we're all finished with the strenuous portion of class, I should say. We're gonna do a little bit of stretching just to help calm our bodies and relax a little bit. We're gonna start with our chair twist, so go ahead and ease yourself into one side to the chair. And when we're doing this, you're gonna try to hold that position nice and steady, and we're breathing in and out as we hold that position, okay? So you're trying to get as big of a twist as you can, trying to keep those hips pointed forward, and you're almost trying to look beside yourself all the way behind your body, okay? If there is any pain with this, remember, you don't have to go all the way around. And we'll slowly switch to that other side, lock yourself down in position, and get a nice gentle stretch on those muscles. And we're breathing throughout. Good. And relax. Perfect. Okay, the next stretch we're going to do is our pigeon pose. So we're going to bring our leg up onto our knee like so. And what I want you to do next is push down on that leg with one hand, and then slowly lean your torso forward with the other, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and move suit. I'm pushing down with that leg. I'm moving my torso all the way down towards that leg once again. And once you find that sticking point, you're gonna breathe and hold that position nice and controlled. All the way in and all the way out. Big belly breaths for me. Try to get a little bit deeper on those stretches, the more you go all the way down. And we'll sit all the way back up. Same thing, go ahead and flip to that other side. Again, I'm pushing that leg down into position with that left arm now, and I'm slowly bringing that torso all the way down as far as we can. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. All the way in. And relax. Perfect. We're going to go ahead and move to our standing position for our last stretch. And this is going to be a good calf stretch, okay? So what you're going to be doing is putting your feet in a split stance. So my right leg's going to be in front, my left leg's going to be behind. And I'm trying to keep that heel planted into the ground as much as I can. Now what I'm gonna do is bring that right knee forward while keeping that left heel into the ground. And you find that position for yourself where you feel a good pull on that calf muscle, and we're breathing nice and steady all the way in and all the way out. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Let's go ahead and we'll flip to that other side. And we're remembering those same points. That left leg is forward and bent now slightly. That right heel is planted firmly into the ground. And I'm bringing that left knee forward, nice and controlled. And breathing, practicing that good belly breath on both directions. All the way in, all the way out. And relax, good. So we are all finished with class today. I really hope you enjoyed it. Go ahead and share this with others if you think they would like it. If you have any recommendations on different class ideas you want me to try or show you, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. Once again, thanks for joining me, and we'll make sure to catch you in that next video. Bye.